me growing up in L.A. and going back and forth to Chicago, I seen a little bit of how they had way more structure than the Crips and Bloods had.
Willie D Live.
And then if you put that in play, the things that imperialized in our mind was Superman was white. Our teachers, our first educators was white. Everything about the greatness of America was white. You know what I mean? And we the people that just up from slavery. So it was hard, and it's still hard for us to see people naturally who are taught to hate each other not see that hatred. We could walk by an incident and we see a black man being accosted, we automatically in our mind gonna think, oh, he did something. Where in white people's mind, who haven't grown up with that dogma of self-hatred that's been instilled from our parents, coming from where they come from, unbeknownst to them, they don't grow up with that. So they naturally want to get involved. Like, what does he do? They're gonna ask what he do. Well, us, we gonna keep it moving out of fear of it happening to us. Two, out of he may have done something. You know what I mean? So this is something that was instilled in us. And me, myself, coming in the culture, when Crippin' and Bloodin' started, I'm a baby of that. And it was babies who started it. You know what I mean? Like this Crippin' thing wasn't started by no dudes who was 40, 50 years old who had an idea on how this thing should go. And me growing up in L.A. and going back and forth to Chicago, I seen a little bit of how they had way more structure than the Crips and Bloods had. They had way more structure, daily laws, they had daily rules, they had a structure of captains and lieutenants. So when you was dealing with the GDs and the gangsters, it was structure there. When it came to us and the Crips and Bloods, remember, we were started by babies. You know, the first dudes was in their teens. The ideal of it was something to be great, but the people who started didn't have a chance to make it grow into what they wanted it, or they seen it can grow, or maybe we can grow into it. And now you get the powers that be to get involved now. They earmark it, the FBI, the COINTEL, and they say, okay, this is what we need to prevent from growing, but we need to help grow at the same time. You know what I mean? Like we need this to grow because of the poison it'll become to black people, and how this thing will go out and kill millions and millions of black men across the globe. You know what I mean? So when we look at what it became and the damage it done, then we looking in hindsight, not even withstanding what guides us, and we looking at it right now. Look at the internet right now. I'm a black man, you a black man, trying to do something positive. I'm not preaching killing, gang banging, stealing, robbing, none of that. But you got suckers who on the internet all day long who talk about me, Jay, all the brothers who doing something positive, who constantly go with swords searching for us. This ain't no accident. It's the same thing you talking about. They just not beating us in the streets no more. They just not jumping out the car and pistol whooping us and taking us, dragging us off. They doing it diabolically. You got them right now, they searching out any black man who's doing something positive. How is that? When I could be doing what I used to do, putting guns in kids' hands, telling kids go rob this, go do this, go steal this, go do that. You know what I mean? So it's still happening. It's just happening in a different way. And it's still controlled by these same people we talking about. These dudes is moving with impunity. And I think the thing, I think it may have been when Trump was running his first term and he was running against Obama. Trump said, the internet.
He didn't run against Obama.
Who did he run against?
He ran against, who did Trump run against? That was Hillary Clinton. No,
Hillary Clinton, yeah.
No. Was that Hillary?
I think it was Hillary.
Who did Trump beat? Who did that bomb beat?
Whoever he was, I know they was talking about the strength of the internet and how.
So Barack ran the distance, and then it was Hillary.
It was Hillary,
Yeah, it was Hillary.
and he beat Hillary.
Yeah.
So he beat 2 women.
Yeah. Yeah. That's about right.
So my man had only fought women.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, and they was talking about the strength of the internet, and they was talking about how they need to get it. And we look at how involved Russia, China, and all these other people have been involved in the influence of this weapon, this internet, and how they're able to shape different things by putting poison out there in our young people's mind. This is our best, this is our most severe war to this day. Even more than batons, they whooping their brains.